Today I am planning to explain this word on top of that. On top of that means in addition to. It means also. Say this when the last piece of information is important. When we want to say something, we already, suppose we have mentioned two things. Suppose we have mentioned two things, and at last we also need to add one more thing. That time you can use this word on top of that. Example, tell me about yourself. I was a taxi driver for 3 years and I am a hard worker. On top of that, I can speak 3 languages. So here this person, he is a taxi driver and he's been working for 3 years as a taxi driver, and he is hard worker. He is hard worker. On top of that, he speaks 3 languages. So on top of that, in addition to these two things, like first thing was taxi driver and second, he is hard worker. Apart from this, he is also speaking 3 languages. He can speak three languages. That is what it means. This is how we can use this word on top of. My neighbor is noisy. He plays loud music at night and he has lots of parties. What it means? Neighbor who lives next to your door, around your place. That person is your neighbor. He makes noise. Noisy means loud voice, unpleasant sound. He plays loud music at night. So when he plays music, he keeps his player at great level, high volume, and he has lots of parties. He does parties where he will invite people to attend, family members or his friends to attend meeting where they talk and laugh, which is also noise. Which is also people make noises when they attend parties. They play loud music. His neighbor, someone is telling, my neighbor who lives next to this person place. That person is telling, my neighbor is noisy. He plays loud music and he has lots of parties. When he plays music, he keeps his player volume at great volume, more high. He increases volume high, increases his player like music high, and he has lots of parties. He does parties, lots more parties he does. On top of that, in addition, plus to these things, plus above these things, his dog barks a lot. Apart from these two things, his dog also barking. His dog barks a lot. So this plus to these things, his dog also barks. That is what it means. Two things already they have mentioned, and last thing, dog barks a lot. So apart from these two things, in addition to these two things, his dog barks a lot. So including. So at last he wants to include this last thing. That time he used on top of that. Example, second example, I am very busy. I have 2 children. I work full time, and on top of that I take evening classes. It means this person is telling himself, he is busy, he or she, don't know. He is very, very busy. He has 2 children. He works full time. He does work as a full-time worker, and on top of that, he goes to classes, evening classes. What class don't know, but he also attend a class. He also go and attend. He will attend the class at evening classes. He needs to take. That is what it means. I am very busy. I have 2 children. I work full time, and on top of that, I take evening classes. It means this person is very busy. He or she don't know. He has 2 children and he does work. He does work as a full-time worker, not part-time. Half day he doesn't work. He or she, he work full day. On top of that, and in addition to this, he is busy. He has 2 children. When we have kids, along with we need to work outside. It's a not easy thing. It's not easy to manage with the kids and outside work. And it's difficult to manage. It's not easy to manage when you have kids and along with you need to work somewhere. On top of that, this person also attend some classes. In the evening time, he goes somewhere to attend class, to take class. That is what it means. This person is very busy since he has children. He is working person. Along with that, he also attend class. On top of that, to this addition to these things, to take care of his children, he works full-time job. On top of that, he also takes classes, evening classes. He goes to attend the class. So when do we use this word on top of that is, we mention 2 things, 2 or 3 things, and the last thing that we want to mention. Before that, we say, like instead of saying I work in that company, I have 2 kids, I take care of these children, I do household chores, and instead of saying like that, in addition to above things, on top of that, I also train people for their spoken English language. That is how we can use. That is how we can say this word. On top of that means in addition to other things, we need to add one more thing. We need to say one more thing. For that, when we need to add when we need to express one more thing to other things, that time we can use this word on top of that. In addition to these things, we also do this one. On top of that, we do this thing. I hope you understand this word on top of that. Thank you. Bye for now.